What's up, guys?
How's it going, everyone? Today is Thursday, so we usually do our Q&A session today with your questions from last week, but we thought today we'll do it live.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna try to pull up this live video on YouTube right now.
Yeah, made it easy that time.
I'm sorry if you hear.
Oh, Jesus, every time. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Olivia's getting the questions pulled up right now. Got the feedback turned off. And Huntress Habits says, hello from Texas. We got 13 people on, 22 now.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, and Steve Up is here. Hi there. Traveling Tomlinson's RV Life.
What's
hey,
up?
Kyle and Olivia. What's up, guys? Michelle Moody from Sacramento and Seven Snakes from Ohio. Hey, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We just kind of wanted to do a live Q&A session. We didn't have a ton of questions this week, and we know we've been slacking off a little bit on our Q&A. Sorry about that. We have been like getting sick nonstop.
I swear, being around kids. But before I dive in too far, if you're watching the rebroadcast of this, which right now we are live, but if you are watching the rebroadcast, feel free to still ask your questions below, and we'll get to those. Wally just tuned in and said, what's up, youngins?
Yeah, we're going to be kind of answering them in order, so if we don't answer it right away, we will get to that later in the Q&A, or if the live chat is over, then we'll just answer that in the comments later. So if you have any questions for us about RV life, the renovation, life in general, we would be happy to answer them to the best of our ability.
And to catch you up on what we have been doing, you guys probably have seen the tail light video. We got that done a few days ago. Today we pulled out all of our electrical stuff and got up mocked up how our whole power system is going to be laid out.
Our whole electrical system is basically sitting on the floor right now. Our whole battery bank, our hybrid inverter, like it's a beautiful site right here. So we were just kind of trying to see how all of that would fit. We had like this big couch kind of daybed area in the back, and I think it's all going to fit under that bench really nicely. And then our big appliances are going to be on the opposite side, so it kind of balances the weight pretty evenly.
Yeah, very much. And so none of the wires are done
all of
yet.
that over the axles, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. So we did take the Vibe Tribe's advice from the videos, and we found out a way to put all of it over the axles. And what the electrical system is going to consist of are 5 100 amp hour lithium batteries from Battleborn, a 3,000 watt hybrid inverter from
Victron,
and then a progressive dynamics secondary backup converter. And that is going to be also where our main hub is for all of our breakers.
Grab this color control.
Oh yeah, that's very cool. So in this all, even the Victron stuff came through our partnership with Battleborn. So a huge shout out to the Battleborn folks.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. They sent us all of this amazing stuff to build our dream system, basically, so we can boondock as long as we want to. But there's so much cool stuff here. And
this is a touch screen center that's going to let us it's going to let us know exactly what we're bringing in for energy, exactly what we're pulling, and even where that energy is coming from or leaving.
Nice little diagrams with like flows for us people who don't quite understand how all of this stuff works exactly.
So I think we got some questions that came in.
Yeah, so we will start reading some of those off.
And we're sponsored by SodaStream today. Not really, but hey.
Steve wants to know how much content we create.
How much content we create. Right now we're doing like 2 or 3 videos a week. We were doing 5 videos a week. It just, with the work schedule, with trying to earn a little extra money for this renovation, 5 videos became a little too much.
So like on the road, 5 videos was pretty doable. We were moving around a lot. We were traveling, and we could kind of just film what was going on in our days, and it was a little less stress. And just more fun and relaxed, but being here and taking on this huge project, and like Kyle said, he's been picking up tons of gigs. I pick up a few shifts at the restaurant here and there, and so just all of it just became a lot to try to make those 5 videos at the same time of everything we're doing, get those edited at night and get those out. So it was a lot of upkeep, and I feel like we can focus a lot more on the projects at hand now and give you guys like some more interesting videos, I hope, than every small little detail, because some parts move faster and some move slower.
We also have done a lot more collaborations lately, getting the community involved in the videos, and we've upped our content for our website. So we're writing more blog articles now too, because that's something that doesn't take as much time, because there's less like foresight that needs to happen as far as taking videos, being together for that, and editing them.
I just realized he didn't ask how much we create. He said we are amazing for how much we do create.
Well,
So
she just
thanks.
wanted to answer that question.
Yeah, well, now you know. So Lynn and Kathy are here. Hey guys. Hey to Wally as well. I saw he tuned in. Are you using a booster for your solar? I'm not sure I understand. what
Yeah,
that
we
means.
do have a charge controller for the solar, but and we'll probably use between 400 and 500 watts of solar on the roof.
Yeah, and John asked, if we're using the lithium batteries. Yes, we're using the 100 amp hour lithium batteries from Battleborn. Have you guys locked in on a floor plan? Kind of setting up this electrical system has really kind of clarified some things about where some stuff needs to go. But for the most part, I think we have realized that the bed in the front is just the most space efficient option.
And it's not even by like a small amount. It's the most space efficient by leaps and bounds.
If we had an 8-foot wide trailer like most Airstreams, most of those layouts that you see in vintage and new Airstreams would work in here. But because it's a foot narrower, the side bath just does not feel comfortable. It's very cramped over there. It goes into the walkway a lot. It really kind of breaks up the space in a way that we didn't like. And so even though we would prefer to have the bed in the back, it just makes the most sense for this trailer in this space to do it this way. So we're gonna just go based off of what the trailer wants, and it's still gonna be super cool. But we are kind of fine tuning a few things, like where the specific appliances and stuff are gonna go.
But it has opened up some very fun options as far as desks and different storage spaces, so it's been cool.
Jay said, does it sound nice when you play guitar in the new trailer?
Not right now. It's too echoey. We practiced in here last week, and it was almost hard to hear because it was just bouncing everywhere.
I felt like I was screaming. I was like, I can't hear anything. Everything is so loud. So once we get some insulation in here and maybe some walls, it'll dampen it a little bit. Freedom Fred said, good idea to put the weight on the axles. How big of a water tank, said Mark?
I think it's right around 30 gallons. Is that it?
I
We
think
just
so,
brought
too.
it back today from storage. So.
We have it outside right now, and it does go on the tongue. That's the original placement, and we're keeping it there because of the shape it is. It curves perfectly to that front area, so it'll fit just under the bed up there. And we don't travel with full water tanks typically anyways. We usually travel with empty water tanks, and when we get to a place where maybe we're gonna boondock, we'll fill up in that town. So we're maybe only driving 5 or 10 miles.
Yeah.
Let's go, said Sweet System. Wally said, does the wiring and how things are connected affect the choice of vehicle? Are there vehicles that work better than others for connecting and charging the lithium batteries?
Not really. The voltage brought from the vehicle is so minor. It's just a trickle charge that we will wire that up, but it really just serves a very small function. So that doesn't really matter at all. These lithium batteries charge so quickly that even on a day, if we're not bringing in much solar, we'll pull the Honda generator out and we can top off the whole 500 amp hours in a matter of hours, just a few hours.
And hopefully we won't be discharging enough to ever get so low that we're worried about that.
I don't care. I hope we're discharging a heck of a lot. I honestly don't care.
But I still want like everything to be super energy efficient in here. So when we're boondocking, we're pulling as little as possible.
But I have no problem running the Honda for an hour once every few days. I
just don't think it's going to be necessary. This is a lot of 500 amp hours is a lot. That's so much more compared to like the 100 usable we were using.
Yeah, but obviously that doesn't run much. But we'll see what happens. We're excited. We're thrilled about it, really. What you got now? Oh no.
Do you, don't start this with me, okay? Do you play Colorful by the Verve Pipe?
No, don't know it. I'm sorry.
John said, how do you settle on 5 lithium batteries? What do you hope to power fully off-grid?
So we were going to do 4 lithium batteries to begin with. The folks at Battleborn said they'll send us up to 6. We just didn't have room for 6, so I would have loved 6, but just don't have room for it. But we are going to, if I can convince Olivia of it, get an all-electric inline water heater, which pulls a decent amount of electricity, but not for a long period of time. So that will pull, and then also our fridge will be a straight-up DC fridge, which is super energy efficient, but it will be one of the larger pulls on the battery bank.
Yeah, the fridge though that we're getting is going to be like a marine fridge, so it shouldn't pull very much, even like at its highest, like ramped up. But I don't know. I'm not sure about the all-electric water heater yet. I like the propane. I think it works really well, and it's just one less thing to have to worry about being a battery drain.
But it's one more thing to worry about being a propane leak or anything like that. Since we're wiring it all ourselves, I want to keep propane to a minimum. I just don't trust myself with installing a propane system.
I'm gonna have a propane stove though, I can guarantee.
Oh, definitely,
that right
yeah.
now.
Oh, I want that, but I want the system to run right to the stove, and that's it. If we got the,
we'll see. I want to read some more about.
and it's less
all of that.
expensive, the electric
really?
one. Yeah, propane water heaters are pretty pricey.
I don't know. What's your opinion, Vibe Tribe?
Don't tell us if you agree with her.
Gas, propane, water heater? Or maybe if there was an option for both. I don't know. I just want it to be
Why
as
both?
boondocker friendly as possible.
Yeah,
So,
but we got the battery bank, is what I'm saying. It's,
I know.
we got so much energy, let's use it. We're not going to drain it.
I just run on the conservative side. Is your bathroom going to be in the rear or side? It would be all across the rear, back here behind us. So one side would be the shower, one side would be the toilet, and like a little sink in the middle under the window.
Everyone's saying propane. Just more weight if it's a tank one. Only way I would do propane if it's tankless. What? You got to get another 5-gallon tank back here beyond the axles?
Do you really?
Yes, that's where it holds. Ours has a tank right now, a 5-gallon tank of water in there.
Oh, yeah. 5 gallons isn't much.
What? 5 times 8 is 40.
This is where our old hot water heater was. I don't know if we still have that.
We do.
Or if it works.
We do. It
I
might
mean, we
work.
could see if that works still.
Tankless. Yes, tankless is the way to go. We might get in touch with Truma, see if they can hook us up with something.
Touring Taste Bud said, we have the bed in the front and their renovated Airstream too, and it works well. That's awesome to hear. I was a little kind of nervous about sleeping under all of those windows. I don't know. Like, I know we'll have like the window guard things over them, but I thought it might be like pretty cold or hot up there. I think it would be really pretty during the daytime. But I was just kind of thinking about like insulation wise, but being in a cave back here, like there was only going to be a small way to enter. I'd rather have a nice open space that we could chill out in. So Earl has one 100 amp hour Battleborn that works great with his small system. Have you thought about using a battery out of a junk Tesla?
No, our friends have done that, and it's awesome, but we just got this sweet deal with Battleborn, so, I mean, this is plug and play.
And we do not know how to set that system up. Like, our friends Morton's on the Move did that, and they are so smart and able to do things like that.
Like their passion.
But we could not safely engineer that system. There's a lot more involved in that.
There are controls you have to build
These
in.
are drop-in. Oh my gosh, thank
Wally,
you, Wally.
get out of here. Oh my.
You're very
Dual
sweet.
or triple powered appliances would be great in case the system broke on you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, I'll hand off the propane project to you, and I'll let you own that if we ever have a leak.
How many panels are you going to have? We're not sure yet. We hope to fit at least 4 up there, as many as possible, but it is kind of tight for space. There's 2 vents and an AC, and the trailer's a little bit narrower, so
I think we'll
it's not
have
a whole lot of
some
room.
panels running over where the curve begins.
Yeah, they might kind of stick off the sides a little bit. We're not sure. I've measured up there before, and it looked like 3 for sure, 4 getting creative. But I guess we could maybe build something over vents. I don't know. We're gonna cross that.
We're
bridge
trying to
when
get
we
on the
to it.
road by the 1st of January, so simple projects that are completed efficiently.
I'd seen someone earlier asked if we were gonna polish, and then Touring Taste Buds also said, did we decide to strip the paint?
So right now, just like I said, our date to depart is January 1st. The months are flying by right now. I'm thinking we're going to polish the single stripe that used to be colored and then have the rest painted either one or dual colors.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot too. I think it would be easy that way, just not going into, because there are some like scratches in some of the exposed parts that would have to be buffed out, and I'm kind of scared of what else is under there.
Yeah, and don't want to create more work for ourselves at this point.
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean, we could always do something like that in the future if we wanted to, but I think it looks really cool right now the way that the original stripes are, just silver without the
Wally
vinyl
agrees
in
with
there.
me and says simple propane, the better.
Someone said, where will we put our kitchen and bathroom? Bathroom along the rear, and the kitchen will be on the driver's side. Have you also thought of using higher wattage solar panels, say 300 plus watts each?
Yeah, if we can fit them. It's
Yeah.
all a matter of size, really.
That's the thing, really, is we only have room for kind of smaller panels, and the higher wattage gets to be a bit bigger. But we will try to make the best use of the space as possible. Joe said, you'll have plenty. I have 600 amp hours of lithium and 960 watts of solar, but I have a residential refrigerator.
How many lithium?
600.
See, that's why I think that those inline electric water heaters are so small. It would be plenty of energy to run those on demand.
How are you feeling, Olivia? I feel pretty good today, actually. I've just kind of, all of this stuff has gone to my chest, so I've been like coughing a lot. I've got my tissues handy over here. We're definitely over the worst part of this cold. But thank you for asking, Stacy. Are you a mermaid, Robin? I don't know what that refers to. I think they make a 120 volt on-demand water heater. They are all 240 volt if you want something that works good. Sorry, I'm just catching up to all of y'all now. I have spent the last 5 years preparing my 20-foot Aerolite trailer and Jeep Grand Cherokee for full-time boondocking out west. I have installed full solar, leave in 2 weeks. Thanks for the vids. Congratulations. RL Earl said my electric water heater is weak compared with the propane system.
If the propane's easy to hook up, so be it. But I don't want a tank. I do want the tankless still.
John said, I don't think you have to worry about the propane connections. They must be done with flared fittings, which are pretty solid, including vibration conditions.
Good to know.
Yeah. Someone else said on demand, they're awesome. Someone said showers are overrated.
Oh my gosh, nomadic RV living. Thank you
thank
so
you guys.
much.
We have dual fuel, electric and or propane. I like that option.
I don't like that option. I mean, it's nice, but I'm just trying to keep everything as simple as possible. I do feel like if it's propane, it'll always work. I feel like it has a better chance of working than electric.
Joe doesn't believe we're going to get out of the
I know,
room
Joe's
January
been
1st.
talking like this for the last few weeks. Every time he leaves a comment, he asks us, when is our departure date again? I'm going to prove Joe wrong, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I feel like we've been restless over here waiting for all of our spools of wires to come in because we don't have many projects we can work on right now. So we're just kind of doing little odds and ends things.
We are starting to get more projects though, like getting in here and spending some time together in here today, figuring out where the battery system was going to go. I feel like that's the biggest progress we made in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And now you get to work on SketchUp tonight. Rebuild
my
that
life.
new floor plan.
My life is building layouts for travel trailers, Airstreams specifically. I should start selling all of the ones that I've made so
You
far.
should.
Got like 100 different variations of layouts. What happened to the wrap idea?
It's not completely gone. We do change our mind rather quickly as far as how we're going to treat the
Daily.
outside of it. But whatever. I don't know. I honestly don't know how the outside is going to be done. I do know that once we do something to the outside, the trailer is going to look great.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the two things that are going to happen that are going to make this look like we're almost done is when the outside is treated in some way and we get these walls back on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Once those things happen, we'll feel like we can leave in a month.
Yeah, I mean, once the walls are up, I mean, you could essentially live in here. We'll start building out all of our cabinets and things, build our bed frame and platform, all of that stuff. And I think it will, once these walls are up, it will feel much more like a house.
I don't know how to get a professional propane installer out here. Where do we even find that? Not that that was a question, it just came to my mind. Let us know if you know. Would it be residential or talk to the camping world or someone?
Judy said, can you add suitcase solar along with your installed solar? That's definitely an option.
We can. It's kind of like a piece of transitional furniture. We want to stay away from it just because we like the system to always be ready as it is. But if we can't get enough on the roof, it's definitely a way we'll go.
We're going to have a bigger truck and have more storage space, so I wouldn't be against it. Electric will never keep up when heating water. When using propane, the hot water never runs out until your tank runs dry. Then someone else said tankless is the way to go. Party invitation said, you can do it, don't listen to Joe. I think we're about caught up now. I believe 24 volt, 300 watt panels. Thank you, Coley. Claudette. She just donated $5.
Oh my gosh.
Making plans for full-time by spring. Can you please tell me what was your favorite boondocking experience has been?
For me, there's a few. I very much enjoyed Buffalo Gap in the Badlands, right outside the Badlands National Park. We had that space all to ourselves. There were roaming, what were those things? Those
bighorn sheep.
Bighorn sheep. And it was just a beautiful spot. But I also loved the glacier boondocking on the riverbed right next to the river.
I think the Badlands was my favorite too. It was just like the most epic, I think. It was just like right 10 feet away from the like drop off of the cliff side and just overlooking like these huge vast grasslands and the tall like golden grass, and every evening a thunderstorm would roll through and the sky would just like turn this like dark royal blue and the sun would still be shining, and so the grass would be gold and the sky is super dark and blue, and the wind would start blowing, and then when it got dark thunderstorms would just roll across those grasslands and the lightning would light up the sky and it would just be purple and the trailer's shaking, and outside the window it's just those flashes of lightning and you can see the whole like valley below. It was just amazing and terrifying and beautiful and just, I don't know, I'd never seen anything like that before.
And we do love camping right on the water, but so often you can't get in that water and go swimming. I would love to be able to go to a free camping site and take a dip somewhere and then get back. You know, it's usually the temperature doesn't agree with that.
So Jake said the 24 volt 300 watt panels watts to square foot is higher than the 12 volt panels, so check out the specs before you select.
All right.
Teresa said, what a great idea. You've got so much expertise with layouts now, you could totally start a business.
Hey, I think you should.
I feel like I seriously could. Wally, after a brutally hot, excuse me, sorry, and humid summer, it won't be long before the work will progress much more quickly with some better temps.
That
agree.
Would be nice. Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to bundle up, y'all.
I know.
I would just want to put a hoodie on and like work on projects in the cold.
Joe, I might hop forward while you can look for another question, but I saw Joe mention that he would help us, lend us a hand if we're still here beyond our date because he's going to the RVE Summit.
Oh, cool.
I was so bummed to see the RVE Summit was in Alabama in like February or March, because the last place on the earth where we are going to be at that point is in the state of
Yeah.
Alabama.
If it was in Texas, it might work
Yeah.
out nicely. But
I
we're
really
like,
wanna
we
go.
want to be gone by that time.
The last thing we are going to do, even for the RVE Summit, is come back to Alabama.
But I guess that would be a good excuse if we miss our
Don't
launch
talk
date.
that
Then
way.
we're like,
Don't-
we're sticking around for the
Don't
summit.
say it.
And John said, any plumber will do for your LPG
All right.
connections. What type of hitch are you going to use? We love our Pro Pride.
I don't know yet.
We don't know, yeah.
A little far away
We'll
for us.
research the
Yeah.
Pro Pride though. We have a 2005 Forest River Surveyor and just had our rubber
Cool.
roof sealed for $800 at an RV place.
Not bad.
Oh, Nomadic RV Living has to mow the yard. See
Oh,
you later.
Thank you so much.
Will you use the traditional rear bumper or custom with storage?
So actually, we were just looking at the rear bumper today, and it has a huge guard on it. I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to spend the time to refabricate or reinstall that thing because it looked hideous.
Yeah, I don't know if it's sitting back here, if we had that, like with the original stuff or what.
I
I don't
think
know.
Catherine took it off because we never had it.
But I'm wondering if it was in the pile of
Yeah,
stuff we
it
picked
could
up
be.
off the ground. I don't know. Most of that stuff's grown over back there now. It is pretty like large and
In
ugly,
charge.
but I don't know yet. We don't know what we're gonna
Hey.
do exactly.
I built the bumper on the back of the fiber stream. I'll be happy to weld and build another one for this. It gives me an excuse to weld, and I do love welding, even though I'm not amazing at it.
Steve said you put so much work into your channel. Do you get a lot of feedback from people who are following you into the nomadic lifestyle?
Yeah, I mean,
We do.
that's the community is the main inspiration that we keep all the energy going forth.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when it's hard and we're tired and we don't really feel like doing it. We see what value it brings people, and hearing that feedback from people, meeting people
Yes.
that are now on the road, and just being able to connect with them and know that we could inspire them or help them in some way means so much to us, even if it's just showing them what not to do, you know?
And we meet people that aren't on the road whenever we're passing through the town. So it's like that maybe just do weekend trips or stuff. So we are always amazed at the spans of the Vibe Tribe across the country and how willing they are to reach out and get in touch with us.
Kim said she's heading to Destin this coming week for about 7 days. Are you
Cool.
playing anywhere?
You know what? Don't think I'm in Destin the next week. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, John. Big shout out.
Thank you.
If you go on our website, drivinvibin.com, under the tour dates section, it'll be all my gigs through October. I don't think I am in Destin until the middle of September.
Just letting you know, my wife and I really do enjoy watching you guys. We go nomadic. We close on our house next
So cool.
Wednesday. That's awesome. Congratulations, guys. Hopefully we can meet up with you guys eventually.
We're really looking forward to going to the Escapers Convergence in January. It's one of our big reasons why we're trying to get this January 1st departure date, because we have a speaking arrangement there just at the middle of the month. But that event, among other events, is an awesome community experience.
And were you talking about Freedom Friends? Did you see that one?
I don't know. What did it say?
She said, I'm looking for community too.
Oh.
Are there tribes throughout the East? I always go between Ohio and Florida. Thanks.
Definitely in Florida, I would say there's a lot more RVers or people
Yeah.
of the RV mindset.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for the other locations though, because we haven't done much traveling
Yeah,
there.
I would just join some like RV clubs or
Yeah.
groups or whatever. You can do it based on anything, the type of rig you have, your age group, your interests and activities. You can look on Facebook in different groups. We always recommend escapers or escapees. They are kind of who we found our tribe with, where we can meet up with all over the country. They have convergences all over the country. So, I mean, and just getting on social media and like reaching out to folks. If you follow some other nomads out there and you see you're in a similar area, just reach out and see if they want to have dinner or something.
Even if there are other YouTubers that you watch, even if they're people that you think don't want to be hassled or whatever, reach out to them,
Yeah.
because we love connecting people. Like we know that our YouTuber counterparts also really enjoy
Yeah,
that community.
so many of our other friends that do YouTube, they love meeting up with people too. That doesn't mean we always can meet up with everyone in any given area, but we try our best to.
I missed something that I wanted to respond to. I can't remember what it was though.
Are you heading back near Flagstaff?
Yeah, I mean we love Flagstaff. I love Flagstaff. The town is only all right, but I do love how it's so much higher than Sedona, and it's a nice reprieve from the southern Arizona and the free camping there.
They wanted to know if we would ever have a meetup with the Vibe Tribe.
That's what I wanted to touch on. I feel like we would love to, but neither of us are event planners. I mean, we lack in that area.
Yeah, I think we're a little intimidated by, like, if tons of people were to drive from states all over and show up, and then we didn't have, like, a ton of activities planned. Like, I don't know if we know how to, like, entertain people.
Or if we do plan something with a lot of activities, will it be a huge fail and no one show up? And then it would be like, well, this is weird.
Yeah. We have thought about this, though. Maybe someone who knows more about event planning and stuff could help us, like, game plan something. But we thought about just seeing what interest there was and maybe getting a group rate for an RV park. That way we could, like, you know, sell tickets for whatever our group rate was, split that between us, and then we would know exactly how many people wanted to go and show up, and then kind of plan accordingly. I guess we could suggest some stuff that is fun to do in the area, places to eat, things to do.
I mean, I would love to create
people.
a schedule and have like time where it's organic socialization, but also a time where we can have specific chats, you know, and talk about specific things.
Yeah. The Wandering Souls family said if you head this way, we would love to collaborate somehow.
Heck yeah.
That would be awesome. And, I mean, we can collaborate now as well, too, if you want to get a head start. We love doing collaborations, and you don't even have to be here. We would just kind of get clips and kind of come up with a topic together.
Oh, show.
Jeff Foster, we boondocked in a police impound yard. It was fun, and they fixed my exhaust for no charge.
It sounds like a deal.
Freedom Fred said, thanks, I've tried reaching out on social media. Crazy how many of them don't respond.
Well, now, I do have to say, we don't respond so often, and it's not because we don't want to. It's because in one day, our email will get backlogged with spam, with business people getting in touch with us, and then also Vibe Tribers. So it's like, it is a balance of catching us at the right moment and trying multiple times. I would always suggest that. If we saw that someone emailed us twice, it's like, oh, we've got to get in touch with this, you know?
And it's usually easier if it's on, like, Facebook or Instagram or something like that, where we aren't weeding through as much spam. Usually on those things, it's just our friends and community, not, like, people trying to get us to use some crappy product that we don't want.
Or even if you are signed up for like our newsletter or our mailing list, responding directly to those emails also kind of stands out to us. So that's a good way to do it as well.
How many amp generator is sufficient for an Airstream? Is the Honda really better than the Westinghouse?
Honestly, no clue. Westinghouse seems cool because it's affordable. But honestly, if we didn't buy the Honda used originally, and if now we didn't have a partnership with Honda, it would be very hard for us to afford a Honda generator. So,
but I mean, we did get that used one for a steal, so like there are deals out there.
If you wanted a Honda, that's what I would recommend, is looking for a used one. We do love ours because it has stood the test of time, and now this new one, we hope to do the same thing.
And we've abused it, really. We've had it on the beach, we've gotten sand all in the air filter, it's gotten water in the gas. I mean, we've left it outside like for hours and hours, rain, shine.
Still cranks up though with one crank, but we actually just sold that Honda generator, and now we only have one because we did not have a need for two anymore.
Yeah, and I think it just depends what you're going to be running with your generator. Do you have one AC? Do you have two? What is like the starting amperage of those things?
Yeah,
or how
does it
many
have an
BTUs
easy start?
is it? I would just base it off of that because it's going to need to be able to kick on whatever that huge compressor is or whatever appliance you're trying to run. Have a meetup at a bar or restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, we're not against that. And when we were in Quartzsite, we did do a Vibe Tribe, just gathering for an hour or two. And that was very cool. So I see that these other social media RVers do that across the country. So we're down for that.
Joe said, no activities. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Just a bar and have a fun talking to everyone, especially for the first one. That's what we would like to do. We would just like to be in a more central location.
Yeah.
I'm afraid if we did it in Alabama, then people would drive a little bit of a ways to get here, and then we would feel bad if we just were sitting around a campfire or something. But I guess if everyone knows beforehand what they're getting into. We'd be down with that too. Awesome, I'll hit you up. That was the Wandering Souls. Cool. Yeah, we'll be looking out for your email or message. Freedom Fred, I have tons of event planning experience. I would love to help you guys. I'm coming back through your area in a month or so. Would be great to meet for coffee to chat about it. That would be awesome. And we know the perfect coffee shop. So,
we do. And
yeah.
and we've had some Vibe Tribers that are semi-local invite us out to pizza recently. And it's like those things where we can have like one-on-one interactions, and it just happens that it lines up, we're free. That's what, I mean, we love the large group or small groups, but the one-on-one is just a lot of fun.
I think that would be like ideal for us. Not a giant gathering, but in a town, just put feelers out and say, if there's any Vibe Tribers in the area, we want to go have dinner at this place. Let us know if you want to meet up. And that way we could do like 5 people or so in one place and really connect more, because when it's up to like 40 people, it's really hard to really get to know any one person.
And then it felt like we were on stage almost in Quartzsite, because it was like a fielding questions and answers, but it wasn't like in a circle. It was like face to face with a bunch of people.
And I really want like the community to be interacting together too, and making friendships and connections that way. Kind of when it's too many people, I feel like a lot of people stare at us and kind of wait for us to answer a question or say something, but I want us all to kind of be there equally, just hanging out. Bye, John. Thanks for tuning in with us. I have a Westinghouse 2500 and a Honda 2200. I like both, but the Honda is smoother and quieter when in economy mode.
Yeah.
Also, the Honda maintains voltage better under load. Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
That was one of the biggest differences we noticed between the Honda and the Dirty Hand Tools generator we tried out, is that the Dirty Hand Tools, while it created the power we needed, it was just a little more rattly, and it did not sound nearly as smooth.
RJ's Adventures will be in Quartzsite January and February. Very cool.
Hey, we'll be out in that area. We will be at Lake Havasu. That's the Xavier's Convergence. I really like Lake Havasu. I didn't think I was going to like it, but it is just a town that's a little cheesy in the middle of nowhere.
It's nice. It seems like kind of a retirement town. So it's nice, quiet. There's a nice little track you can run or walk. A nice riverside.
The London Bridge.
Yes, the London Bridge. Joe said that's what Chris and Cherie did. We met at Fort Wilderness at someone's campsite. It was really neat, also spontaneous. I like the idea of that. Lena, do you have an idea on the materials and colors you'll be using for the interior of your new trailer? I have some ideas now. Y'all can check out our Pinterest if you like.
Oh yeah.
My Argosy design ideas board has kind of the colors and the textures, fabrics that I'm thinking about. But I haven't fully decided. But earthy tones. We want the walls to be white, it to feel spacious, have accents of wood here and there, and then pops of color with like our throws and our pillows and just decor sort of thing, so we could change out the colors whenever we wanted to, sort of thing. Have a neutral base though. Any plans to come to New England?
You know what? I think the closest time that would happen is the summer of 2020. What about you? Yeah, don't you think so?
Probably.
But I would say that that's a good likelihood.
Lori said, feel better, Olivia. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate it.
I've been sick too, just to let everyone know.
You're not over here hacking up a lung, though.
Olivia gets so mad at me because I don't blow out my snot.
It's like when you yell at little kids for constantly going. And that's all I hear all night and all morning. And I'm like, just blow your nose already. Look at these cute cups, Camco. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of too bright.
What is the time frame for quartzite?
You can see it. They're cute though.
Yeah. Oh, we got. Yeah, you said Camco.
Mm-hmm.
Quartzite is January, February. Pretty much January though.
Yep. Is your Pinterest under the Vibe Tribe? Feel better, you both of you. It's just under Drivin and Vibin.
Yeah, Pinterest.com/Drivin and Vibin or Drive and Vibin. One of the two.
Works.
Which I don't know which one it is though. I don't know if it's like Twitter or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you can find it if you type in Drivin and Vibin.
We're all caught up. Oh wait, if you guys do a working on the road again video, we can add input on being in the travel medical field. That sounds cool.
We would love to do a collab with you guys then. The Wandering Souls family just followed us on Facebook.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. We just posted a picture of Olivia with a pup.
Yeah, so I was so excited today because she jumped in the trailer by herself, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but she's been super intimidated about coming inside here. She's not very sure about it yet. It's just like a new, scary place. But today, yeah, she came in all by herself and she was happy and hanging out with us while we were talking about our electrical system and stuff. So she's warming up to it pretty well.
Joe said he'll be in Orlando until the RVE summit.
Keep us true to our word.
I know. Trust me, the way we feel here, yeah, we love being around family. We love visiting our hometown, but I know I'm ready to leave.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice to be on the road again. Definitely be nice to not be getting sick so often. It's so hard to avoid the germs and all the sick people. Everyone we know right now has a cold. And I feel like I just got over my other cold, but...
And I'm just ready to explore again, honestly. I'm ready to see new things. I'm ready to camp at sites we've never camped at and walk through a town we've never done.
For sure. There's so many things I miss about being on the road and kind of just... I feel like I'm my better self.
Most definitely.
I just feel more uninhibited and free to like kind of, I don't know, explore whatever creative pursuit is there and just, I don't know, I feel like a little stagnant being here. I don't know, it has nothing to do with anyone or anything other than myself, but just kind of getting too comfortable, I think, and too relaxed.
Someone said, I think it might have been Judy, asked us if this was allergies, but this is a cold like no other summer cold. Olivia and I both got sick within like 30 minutes of each other, and that usually never happens.
We woke up feeling great, and then like halfway through the day, we were like, oh, our throat hurts.
And we were sneezing, and that was like, and I thought, did we breathe in something? Is there something going on here? But then it was just total, like, Olivia got feverish.
Yeah, I had a fever all through the night, one night, but after that, I started feeling a lot better. Joe said, well, if you finish the Argosy early, you should come to Orlando.
Hey, I'll be thrilled to come to Orlando if we finish the Argosy early.
Do you guys get any negative feedback from being gone on the road from family?
Negative feedback from family?
No, we get the occasional guilt trip, but it's all very like sweet, well-meaning. They just miss us.
Or then it's like the text from my mom, and I hope she's not watching right now. But she'll text us and be like, "I haven't heard from you." I'm like, "I know," and so we get those type of reminders that we need to stay in contact.
Yeah, I mean, they are very, very supportive though, and super sweet, and love that we're doing something that we love, and they're envious of it sometimes. And I hope one day we can kind of arrange for them to all come and meet us out at a national park and explore, do stuff like that. I would love for like one of my brothers, my brother or one of my sisters to fly out. And like stay with us somewhere. We'll have space for someone else to stay now, so people could come visit us.
And that's the thing. It's like my mom watches the videos, but I feel like my sister doesn't understand this lifestyle. And I would love to meet up with her and Carl and our nieces and nephews out at the national park.
Just kind of let them see what a day or a week in our life is really like. because I do think it's hard to understand or fathom until you actually do it, or unless you've researched it for a long time and watched people on YouTube. I'm trying to go back up and see where we left off. While you're in a waiting period for parts to come in, take a break and go somewhere.
Wally, I wish we could, but we have to go to Texas in October. And that is like, if we ever had a chance to take a break, that would be it. And that is not going to be a break. It'll be fun, but it won't be relaxing.
Yeah, it will be work, especially for me, because I'm going to be doing something that's uncomfortable and nerve-wracking for me. But it'll be fun to meet tons of people from the Vibe Tribe, and it'll be like sort of a vacay, but we will need to recharge our batteries afterwards.
Well, at least get to make different videos.
Have you tried essential oils? I don't really have many essential
we
oils
need to
right
put
now.
something in there.
I used to have some like thieves oil and stuff, but I don't really know much about them. I'm from New Mexico. Now that you guys are used to the RV, would you ever camp out in a tent?
Oh my God. I am not a freaking camper. I'm not an outdoorsy person in general. I love hiking. I love exploring, but I do not like sleeping in a sleeping bag.
We've only been camping together one time in a tent. And
Neither of us enjoyed it.
We kayaked down this river and pitched our tent in the rain on a sandbank. It was sloped downhill. Everything was sandy and wet. I think that's like colored our memory of tent camping, but that's like the only real memory I have of ever doing that.
Yeah,
I'm sure we did it when I was a kid, but I don't remember it.
Being in nature is awesome, but I love opening the windows and still having our laptops and cell boosters and all those amenities.
To me, like, the travel trailer is the best of both worlds. I have all the comforts of home, but this amazing, beautiful scenery outside, and I can go sit outside. I usually do spend most of my time outside and love to, like, get in a hammock or just chill out in the sun.
And the fiber stream is only a few steps above a tent. I mean, it's not like we're living the high life in that thing.
We're not too experienced at roughing it.
Anthony says he'll see us in Wellington. You sure will. We are excited to be there. It's going to be a huge event.
Some garlic, apparently, is what we need to help kick it.
We need to eat some more garlic pizza, I guess.
That would be good.
I know it would. What time is it?
So Joe said he thought he had the flu one summer and turned out to be allergies when he went to the doctor. He had never had allergies previously. May want to get it checked out. That's very interesting. I didn't know it could like present like that. Jane said, what is the most exciting part you're looking forward to when you start using the Argosy?
The feel, again, of freedom. The feeling that we don't have anywhere to be. The feeling that we can go down any road we want to. That we can decide where we want to camp. I just cannot wait to get back out there.
And just like on a living level, going from a smaller camper to a bigger one, I'm going to love like all the new different spaces. I mean, you create this new appreciation when you basically just have a giant king size bed and it's right next to your kitchen, and the walking space is just to turn around. It's going to be interesting to have places to spread out and not be like right next to each other the whole time, and have a place to go work. And I don't know, I'm just kind of excited about living in our new space and getting a feel for it. Are you going to put your logo on the trailer?
You know, I don't know if we are or not. We haven't even really talked about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I just am not feeling like called to do it. I think it's going to look pretty unique, and anyone who knows us will recognize the rig.
I feel like we come to this point where we have built our following up to a point we feel comfortable with, and we still want to grow, but not to the point we want to display ourselves to the public who doesn't know us.
Yeah, for sure. And like create some sort of liability or something, or like where someone could crash into us and try to sue us because we have our like brand on the back or something. I don't know. Someone brought that up to me before, and I was like, I never thought of it like that before. Not that I think anyone's gonna do
that's
that.
just we want our tribe to recognize us, but we don't want to necessarily advertise to the unknown.
Yeah. Wayward Wag says that I was in the Army for 20 years, got my share of tent life, and you can keep it. Connie said they live in Pace, Florida, and would like to meet us before we get back on the road. They plan to start in 2019 as well. That would be awesome.
Huge shout out to Wally, the moderator.
Joe said, are you going to Wellington? How long is that round trip?
So I think we allotted ourselves maybe 10 days route to take off work for the Wellington trip. Take us 3 to get there, 3 to get back, and we'll be there for like 4. So
Jeff said, I want to have a new backyard every once in a while.
it is amazing.
It's a great feeling. Even like when we just move across town, it can be from one boondocking spot to another. It's like a world of difference.
Even when we camp at Walmart, nothing like getting a late night treat at Walmart and then walking to the parking lot and going to sleep.
I do not love it as much as
I don't love it. I'm just saying there are joys in camping at a Walmart.
Thank you all for all of your home remedies. The Wandering Souls family said, I can't wait to see the new Argo. Set up an Instagram for it and call the followers Argo Nuts. You might have already answered this. Did you come up with a name yet for the Argosy? We haven't for ours yet.
Olivia has.
I mean, not really. Nothing solid. I threw an idea out there.
You can't throw it out there on video without it being the one. I think it's just the one now.
Is that it now?
I think you put it in timelessness.
Well, I asked for suggestions too, but the only one I had come up with was Margot. And Margot means pearl in French, which I think is pretty fitting for a white Airstream. But I don't know. I'm not like stuck with it or anything. It was just one idea. Kyle's not like a huge fan of naming things.
I'm not against it. I think
it can be fun. I don't really care what the name is though, as long as it, fits.
We gotta wrap it up pretty soon, you think?
Yeah, I think we're caught up on everything.
Anyone has any more questions before we get out of here, we'll do that in a few minutes. Yeah. So last minute questions, but in the meantime, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. These live videos to a certain extent are easier to make, but they're also way more fun and energizing.
They are a lot of fun, and we like being able to interact with you guys real time like this, and to like have follow-up questions and responses. It's cool. Margot kind of sounds like a Big Bertha type of thing. So yeah, I think that's kind of where we're gonna wrap it up today for the most part. I'm getting ready for dinner.
What is for dinner?
I don't know. That's the thing. I gotta
go. Cereal or pizza?
Neither of those things.
Oh man.
I offered up falafel earlier.
Right,
I don't know where we got cereal or pizza from.
Well, cereal, because I can make it.
Good night, you two. Thanks so much. I really liked it too. How about
garlic
the
pizza?
See,
exactly. Someone just verified me.
Are you gonna make it?
No, we're gonna order it and I'll pick it up. We're gonna order it with that $95 we got from this chat.
There we go. Natty Nomad said they're taking 3 days to get to Wellington, so they may see us out there. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would. Even Wally says pizza. Margot sounds like she should be wearing a moo-moo.
Oh my god.
I don't even know.
This doesn't sound like a good name then.
It's at the front end. It'll be cooler in like a few more years. You're on like the cutting edge of cool names.
Oh, well, I mean, all of the other names I've seen out there for Airstreams, like Mavis, which is a beautiful Airstream, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just like cool old vintage names.
Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should look up 1979, see what some of the more popular women's names were.
Just like the most popular name that year.
As long as it's not awful. All
All
right.
right, I think we are all wrapped up now. Thank you guys all for
Yep.
joining us. We had fun tonight, and we'll do this again soon.
Yes, we will.
If you have any other questions for us that you think of, you can leave them in the comments, and we'll get back to you later on after we have our pizza, I guess.
There you go. We'll see. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.